sharing a story online. The day I came to see you, sir, in the hospital, I picked a young man by the traffic light who gave me direction to the place. So when I was about moving, he said, please, sir, can I pick him that is going that direction? I said, of course, come in. But we got talking because he asked me a question. So we got to a point, he said, sir, are you a pastor? I said, why do you ask? He said, well, he just wants to know that, am I a pastor? I said, well, yes, by God's grace. Then I kept quiet, he kept quiet, we started going. I got to a point again, I asked him, where do you worship? He said, no, they go church. I said, why? He said, he don't tell when he go church. I said, what's the problem? He said, they avoid church. I said, pastor offend you or somebody offend you? He said, no. He said, he get what in they avoid. Sorry, I'm speaking pidgin English. He said there's something he's avoiding that made him don't want to go to church because of that thing. I said, what is that thing? What I heard was not what I was expecting. He said because he have a calling. Avoid anything that will remind him of the calling. He don't want to go to church. I was shocked because that wasn't what I was expecting. I said, why? He said, suffer they too much. They don't suffer for ministry. So he decided to avoid church, avoid anything that have to do with church. I now told him, I said, can a fish swim effectively outside water? He said, no. I said, it's in God you can find fulfillment. I said, no matter what the suffering is, there is a reward at the end of it. So if you want to do ministry the proper way, you will definitely suffer. There is suffering. That's why when I hear the clamor, they are pastors because they want to make money. The truth is this. If you do ministry the right way, succeed. There is no business you do on earth you can't succeed. Because in business, you are only fighting with principles and your other contemporary who does what you do. But in ministry, you are not only fighting your fellow ministers. You are also fighting with demons, with forces of hell, with even people who you are loving, who are showing you hatred. With those that you are saying, God bless you, and behind you, they say, God punish you. So you are fighting both the ones you love, the ones you hate, and you are the ones who hate you. And you're also fighting forces of those you are praying for. Somebody is under demonic attack. You send the devil away. The devil will turn back and say, who called you into this matter? He will start fighting you. There is a lot of battles in ministry. So there is no pleasure at the beginning. But if you keep at it and pay the price, definitely reward will come. Why I'm saying this is this, man. It's not easy for any man to absorb that shock. That this woman that is doing business, bringing her own contribution, suddenly want to stop it. And when you start that, your evangelism, man, it's not at the beginning, people begin to give you something where they bring home. You may do it for even 1 year, nobody they give you anything. You may do it for years before people begin to say, let's bless this woman. God begin to touch people. They begin to find value in you and want to bless you. So, however, it is important that if you must suddenly switch from a businesswoman, from a businessman